the level of danger from the pirates in the Niger Delta area, and especially off the coastline of Nigeria and West Africa more generally, is quite high, and I would suggest more so than the Somali pirate activity that took place over many years, primarily because they tend to be more heavily armed, they tend to be more ruthless when it comes to capturing a ship or dealing with the people on board, and that's a sort of result of the way that the militant activity takes place ashore, and it's an extension of that kind of highly violent activity that's meted out on people within the Niger Delta region.
Are they copycat pirates? I mean, do they take any lessons from the piracy that was so prevalent off the Horn of Africa, or are they very much their own brand?
The Gulf of Guinea pirates are their own brand. There's no suggestion that they've copied tactics or procedures from people on the other side of the continent. So they do have their own brand of crime. It is different in some ways. In Somalia, for example, whole ships were hijacked, taken into inshore waters and held for ransom with their crews. That's not so easy in the Gulf of Guinea because there are sovereign nation states with territorial waters and not a failed state. So any kind of hijack of ships there tends to be on a temporary basis while they meet their objectives, and then the ships are released.
Okay, so when the UN discuss it, what conclusions would your organisation like to see them arrive at?
Well, as far as UN discussion is concerned, firstly, I'm delighted that they are putting that amount of attention onto what is a real problem. The challenge is going to be making sure that any solutions are done in consultation and cooperation with the regional nations. Quite different to the situation that exists off Somalia, we have got a number of sovereign nation states who have an understandable interest in things that are going on within their own territorial waters and economic exclusion zones. So there needs to be a solution that as closely mirrors the comprehensive approach that's been taken to tackle Somali piracy, but one size doesn't fit all, and so it needs to be one that is more collaborative and works together with the regional forces, the regional nations, to come up with something that is going to tackle the problem.
So it's not just a matter of sending in gunboats, which work so effectively off the coast of Somalia?
It isn't a matter of just sending in gunboats. Now you have a situation there where one element, for example, armed guards that worked effectively off the coast of Somalia, both as a deterrent and as a last line of defence. That was a problem in international waters. It could be dealt with by that kind of solution, but we can't expect the Nigerians, the Ghanaians or any other of the West African states to accept the presence of people with guns from other nations off their shores. So any solution there from an armed perspective, as is at the moment, needs to be something that has come from those nations themselves.